told me last year they came to this race, and into the wall on the outside, and it is the 51 of Dalton Sargent. Got into the back of somebody, but there was wall contact off of turn 2.
Yeah, that 51 of Dalton.
Grant Quinlan's right side, he might have been the one that tagged the wall. Here, let's see a replay.
Yeah, we see him coming off turn 2. That gets really narrow. Ow, the car in front of the 51 gets in trouble. The 51 has no choice but to avoid him. His left front makes contact with the car on the inside.
Quinlan in the 30, he tags the wall hard just beyond the safer barrier. And the 51 of Dalton Sargent gets onto the inside. Looks like he had contact with Eddie McDonald.
That was some heavy damage on Quinlan. You wonder, really, at this point, he needs to just ride it out to see if he gets a caution. Another heavy contact off turn 2.
My goodness, the exit of turn 2, taking on race cars early in this 70-lap race.
There's nothing he could do. The damage is already done. We're going to take a replay. Big moment off from the corner, continues to try to chase it, and then
Devin Amos, his teammate, doesn't realize what's happening.
Well, and here's the issue. I know he's his teammate, but Devin Amos has no idea that the 42 is going to be that far off the pace. When you commit to the throttle, especially here with these very long straightaways, you have to stay in the gas, and the 42 gets out of the shape. You hope you can time it and get underneath him. It looked to me almost, though, I didn't see a real heavy contact.
He's made up 5 positions since the start of this race. And into the wall, Travis Miller in the 40. And that is going to bring out our first caution of the afternoon at lap 51. Tough break for Miller. He was one of the other drivers that had a change in motor between practices. In fact, did not make it out for qualifying at all. So he started the race cold and now has trouble. Let's take a look.
Well, we see here he already has some pretty heavy damage. Looks like the right front tire is already down. Maybe he ran over something. Perhaps the brake heat got to that right front tire. I mean, he did a really good job of not having more damage. He noticed he had the issue early enough. You see here the heavy sparks. He's up the racetrack. As silly as that is, the best thing he can do is stay up close to the wall. Don't take a hard left and get away from the wall.
Let's go down to the pits and Derek.
To let William get it back under control, because it was very easy to spin the leader in that moment, but he stayed off his rear bumper. Really, he should be commended for doing a great job. We see Ronnie Bassett, though, with the right front down. It looked like he had contact with the wall.
More trouble off of turn 2, and that 04 of Ronnie Bassett Jr. is now stuck on the outside groove. He'll have to bring that car to pit lane as we continue under green.
And that's very hard to get crossed over the racetrack. You have to run high in 3 and 4, let the field underneath, get crossed over. Ronnie Bassett looked like he's trying to do it. Well, now he's stuck up high.
And that's going to bring out the caution. Ronnie Bassett Jr. in the 04 off of turn 2, contact. And as the field comes through, we see the yellow flag displayed, bringing this race to a halt. And now he gets going.
Yeah, he might have to have a conversation later. The race control doesn't love when you stop on the racetrack when you can get the pit road. But listen, that's Ronnie Bassett's job. If he feels he can get a caution to get his car repaired, that's his opportunity as a race car driver. But I can assure it's going to take more than a caution to help the 04. There's definitely some damage.
Let's see what happened.
Yeah, we see on the top of your screen the restart that coming right at you. He just pops out of the car. Looks like he got a little free. And we've talked about this off turn 2. The grip goes away. You see right in the middle of your screen, Ronnie Bassett's trying to get the power down, The car just gets loose. He has to steer back to the right. He has to steer to the right to keep the car from spinning out. When unfortunately, when you steer to the right and get out of the gas, guess which way the car turns? It turns right. Heavy damage on the right front of the 04. Derek, the 04 Ronnie Bassett's in front of you on pit road.
Well, Jerry Babb and the crew for Ronnie